What is my plan for getting our troops back from Iraq? Well, I've been working on this in the Senate to try to persuade the Republicans to join us in requiring the president to change direction. Now, we've not been successful yet. And it appears as though the president is just going to run the clock out, isn't he? And he's going to leave about the same number of troops, 130,000 or so, in Iraq that were there last summer. He's going to leave them in. So I think what we've got to do is be ready with a plan to start withdrawing troops that is based on the best military advice we can get. I've said I would ask the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Secretary of Defense and my national security advisors to come up with a plan so I could begin to withdraw troops within 60 days. I know it has to be done carefully because you have to take the troops and equipment out along the same roads where they've been attacked for 5 years. So we've got to be very thoughtful about how we do this. And then we also have to be sure that we make it clear to the Iraqis that they've got to take more responsibility for themselves, because that's the real crux of the problem. You know, just last week, General Petraeus, who is an extraordinary leader and a wonderful advocate for our military, said that there had been inadequate progress by the Iraqis toward political reconciliation. And that is the fact. The Iraqis have not done what they had to do to secure their own future. And I have said that I don't believe our young men and women should stay there to fight their civil war. I don't believe that's the best way for us to pursue our interests. So we will start bringing them home, and we will tell the Iraqis that the ball is in their court. Now, we'll help them, we'll support them, but we are not going to protect them if they refuse to do what they have to do. They've done so little to resolve all of their disputes, to deal with their oil revenues or anything else. It's also important that we reach out to the countries in the region and begin to put them on the spot about what they're going to do to try to make Iraq stable. People say to me all the time, well, aren't you worried if you start bringing our troops out, that it'll just disintegrate in Iraq? Of course I'm worried. But you see, I think if we stayed for another year or 10 years, or as John McCain has said, up to 100 years, if the Iraqis are not ready to take responsibility for themselves, it's not going to make any difference. And I believe the best way to get the Iraqis to move to take responsibility is for us to end their blank check, to say, we are leaving, you better step up and do what you have to do. So that's what I'm going to do.